Water woes in the country have given rise to an increase in businesses selling and refilling water. Not only are businesses and households uncertain about the quality of water, but the availability of it is also a concern. These challenges have prompted entrepreneurs like Yanni De Bruin, who has always been excited about the water purification business, to start a flourishing one in Gqeberha. De Bruin started his water purification equipment business in 2016 to contribute to quality drinking water. He says because of the water challenges, business has been doing well.
We have seen significant increase where we basically started with setting up 1 or 2 water shops a month. Now it's shot up to recently up to 4 or 5 water shops during your summer months when it's quite busy. So there's definitely an increase, and we've also seen other people that's put up water shops that return to us to improve on the water quality and also putting out a better product into the market.
According to tapwater.co, the bottled water market is growing rapidly, with more than 500 million households consuming the water worldwide. This is why many business-minded people are seeing this as a lucrative business opportunity. The South African Bottled Water Association says there has not been an unusual spike in sales, while cautioning against pseudo-water bottling businesses that are flooding the market.
Most of the growth has been in these pseudo bottled water products and this market that has been created to give water that's packaged at a very low cost. And there lies the danger that is not legislated, and that people do not understand that is a completely different category with no checks and balances in place.
Metcalf says businesses are often duped into believing that they are offering good quality bottled water, and in many instances is not the case.
It seems like a very lucrative business. And to do a water from your garage or a shoppie, it seems, there's many companies that offer turnkey solution, off-the-shelf solutions, and they call themselves, this is equipment for your bottled water company. And so many people are duped going into this business and not understanding that this has not been thought through and that they might be in contravention of food legislation. So you can easily think like you are bottling water, but without knowing what it takes to bottle water. It is like any other food or a beverage. It takes so many standards and a proper quality management system.
Meanwhile, the water crisis has also seen an increase in the number of households installing water storage systems in their homes. The owners of Windy Willows Wholesale Nursery in Johannesburg say customers are converting their gardens to depend less on water. They now opt for plants that need less water and are replacing grassy gardens with more concrete landscaping. But it is the increase in inquiries and installation of water storage systems that is keeping the owner, Peter Rousas, and team busy these days.
When we moved into the water outage period, where there was households were losing water and didn't have access to water, then what people started looking for was water storage systems. They wanted to store municipal water on their property. In fact, I should take a step back even before the water storage. The other major trend that we saw was a move towards grey water systems, so people reprocessing the water that they use in their home. Now, grey water is water that comes from the shower, water that comes from not the dishwasher because that's got too much fat in it, but water that comes from washing clothes. And reprocessing that water and using it in the garden was also a trend. So that's really grey water systems, where you conserve that water and then you use that for watering your garden. But as the crisis got worse, people didn't feel that they would be generating enough water using grey water, so they wanted to store municipal water in a tank at their house and then somehow use that water in order to pump it back into the house, to use it for washing dishes, for showering, for washing clothes, as well as for drinking water. So that created a business opportunity. And nurseries such as ourselves that had experience in designing and installing irrigation systems, it was a short leap to go from there to installing a water storage system, because our irrigation systems also use water tanks, especially if your water pressure is a bit low. Then we would install a tank and we'd install a pump so that you can have a constant pressure of water in your garden.
Roussos acknowledges that the water backup system does not come cheap, often running into thousands of rands. The water crisis, much like the electricity crisis in the country, will mean that those who have deep pockets use their means for safety and access, while poor households will remain reliant on crumbling municipal infrastructure. Diabo Seto, SABC News, Johannesburg.